IVM.
Namaskar. My name is Ashish Vidyarthi, and good to see you here, dear friend, on Begin the Journey. Does it matter to you what people think of you, what people say about you, and what people say to you? Well, we do have a train of thought which says, who cares what people think and what people say? Well, if you are an interesting person, you better care about it, but in a very, very interesting way. Now, what is that interesting way? Let me talk about it. We know that each one of us has a very unique route. Not many people may agree with it, but people as a whole have a point of view which can make a difference to our life. Remember, we are living in a society, and it is not too bad to have people on your side. Now, it doesn't mean that we do exactly what people ask us to do, but people may and will have a role to play in your life. So therefore, what I have discovered in my life, that I have really done things which many people may not have thought I could do. But even as I did it, I made sure that there were certain people who were buying into the stuff that I was doing. Now for that, I need to work harder, because every idea that you have needs to be sold to the world at large. Now, you may be feeling that I'm making you look like a product, but let's face it, dear friend, if there is something which you are really keen about, you can't do it alone. Since you can't do it alone, then you might be the first person to think of it or think differently. But then, slowly and steadily, you have to get a set of people to buy into your dream. Because only when other people buy into your dream, they start participating and collaborating and creating that something which is unique to you. Let me give you a personal example. So I wanted to be an actor. All right, not many people at that point said that they will be an actor, but I cannot be an actor in isolation, in a vacuum. So as I started going towards my goal of being an actor, I started performing. As I started performing, went on stage, people started looking at it and said, right, maybe he can do. And then some people say, no, he is good. At that point, ongoingly, I was working on myself to improve my caliber. Because as I improved my caliber, more people started agreeing with, I think he can do. Now that obsession with improvement has been something which is continuing through my life. So even today at 55, as I have moved not just from acting, but even speaking to people and organizations, the job for me at hand is to continuously move my cheese, move my level higher. And guess what happens? As people experience that improvement, that I'm really doing something which is of value, more people buy into my role. And that's when they call me for that work. Remember, my friend, you may start off as someone who's really keen to do something unique, and people may not be seeing it. But at one point of time, as you steadily improve and do your work well, more and more people will need to buy into your dream. As people start seeing your dream, that's when your dream expands and turns into reality. So maybe it's not a good idea to only do things that people want, but then at one point, do something so extraordinary that people say they want. Think about it and let me know how you can turn your dreams into something that people are ready to put their money in for. Al Shukran Bandhu, Al Shukran Zindagi. Look forward to hearing your thoughts on this. Cheers. See you again on Begin the Journey.
I hope you enjoyed that show. If you aren't following us on social media, please do. We're IVM Podcast on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. It's been a really great week on the network. Let me make a couple of recommendations to you guys. Agla Station Adulthood, they have an extraordinary episode on relationships. Ritasha and Ayushi, as always, do a bang-up job. I think you'll really enjoy that conversation. Check out Edges and Sledges, where DJ Ashwin and Varun have been talking to fans from different IPL teams on every episode. It's a really interesting project they've taken on during the course of the IPL. And as it comes to a conclusion, I'm sure you'll love to hear their thoughts on the tournament as a whole. I want to mention Uncle Please Sit. They had a really great episode which dove into why is pollution so bad. And I think that given the circumstances we're dealing with right now, it makes a ton of sense to listen to that. Cyrus had a really great week on his show as well. On the Monday episode, he spoke to Raj and DK about all kinds of stuff. He was in one of their early movies. Definitely a fun conversation. Do check that out. And finally, let me talk to you about the Wire Talks with Siddharth Bhatia. We're very excited about this show. On the first episode, Jairam Ramesh is there having conversation with Siddharth Bhatia about the legacy of Indira Gandhi. I think you will really get something out of this. Do give it a listen. And with that, I hope to see you again next week.
How many times have you motivated yourself to improve your sleep or lose weight or be more productive? How many times have you failed? Hi, my name is Ashton Doctor. Tune into my show, The Habit Coach Podcast, where we focus on creating small, tiny habits to improve your life instead of those big, impossible tasks. So make listening to me a habit every Monday, Wednesday and Friday on the IVM Podcast app or ivmpodcast.com or on your favorite podcasting app.